Good day. I present research on the topic Methane degassing within Ukraine according to satellite data. Global and regional Ukraine climate development, especially in recent years, calls this concern in the world community. As the consequences of these changes threaten serious natural disaster, intensification of natural phenomena, increasing in drought, floods, fires, etc. Therefore, recently the problem of creating an indication base of global and regional changes in the Earth's climate for their forecast and adaptation to the development of these events in the future is becoming more and more urgent. The gassing processes play an important role in the formation of deposits of various minerals, not only oil and gas deposits, but also endogenous, partly exogenous, and mineral water deposits. The impact of the gassing on the weather and climate condition on the planet is evidenced by the fact that the center of the strongest animals in the ozone content of the planet are located above the zone of and centers of hydrogen and methane degassing. These are rib and fold zone or nodes of their intersection, as well as the center of modern Toleatic and alkaline volcanism or ancient ultramafic kimberlite volcanism. The indicator in the study will be the gas component of the fluid region of the lithosphere, methane. Data on the concentration of methane CH4 in the atmosphere over the territory of Ukraine for the period 2019-2022 were used, which were obtained from the Sentinel-5P satellite using the Google Earth Engine platform. To interpret the result of remote research data, the result of ground research were used SHIM of the oil and gas geological zoning of the Dnipro-Donetsk oil and gas burn region and map of the tectonic zone. With the use of geoinformation software, the following was done. First, all geological data presented in the UTM-VGS84 Zone 36 coordinate system. Second, 9 main tectonic structures of the Ukraine were vectorized based on the tectonic zoning map. Third, according to the oil and gas geological zone scheme of the Dnipro-Donetsk oil and gas bearing region, vectorization of 12 oil and gas region was carried out. This is the most reliable materials on the content of hydrocarbons on the territory of Ukraine. The sites of the districts allow to receive reliable data from the satellite. Each of the districts is marked with a Latin letter from A to O. 9 vectorized contours of the main tectonic structures of Ukraine are presented on this slide. The general regularities of the distribution of methane on the territory of Ukraine were evaluated using the Google Earth Engine platform based on calculation of the CH4 methane concentration in the atmosphere for the period 2019-2022. The data were obtained from the Sentinel-5P satellite and combined with the contours of the main tectonic structures of Ukraine. A visual analysis of the compiled map proved that methane is found in the atmosphere throughout the territory of Ukraine. There are no areas where methane is absent. The content of methane naturally increased from the northwest to the south and southwest. This excludes the influence of vegetation swarms and other anthropogenic factors on the recorded content of methane in the atmosphere. A comparative analysis of methane distribution within no oil and gas bearing areas, Western Carpathian, Southern Scythian Plate, and Eastern Dnipro-Donetsk Depression showed significant difference between them. The western area is characterized by the lowest average value of methane content. The southern area is characterized by the highest value of methane content, and the eastern area is characterized by intermediate values of the methane content. The established discrepancies are probably related to known peculiarities in the localization of hydrocarbon deposits within these three areas. The relationship between the content of methane in the atmosphere and the content of hydrocarbons within the oil and gas-bearing areas of the Dnipro Donetsk depression established by drilling data was analyzed. The first graph analyzed the dependence of methane content on the size of oil and gas-bearing areas. The second graph shows the relationship between the specific reserves of hydrocarbons million tons per square kilometers within each oil and gas-bearing region of the Dnipro Donetsk depression and the methane content in the atmosphere above this region. The analysis of the complied graph proved that all oil and gas-bearing region Dnipro Donetsk depression are reliably divided into two groups. First group includes 7 districts I, L, E, K, O, P, A, and the second group included 5 districts G, H, F, D, C. Oil and gas-bearing region of the first group I are characterized by minimal hydrocarbons reserve and the maximum difference in methane content. Thus, extreme maximum and minimum values of methane content are marked by 2 regions, A and I, within which no hydrocarbon deposits have been established. Significant differences in methane content within the region of the first group are probably caused by corresponding differences in the permeability of the rocks that make up this region. Thus, in the district of the first group, there is no dependence between the size of methane reserve within their boundaries and the values of methane content. Oil and gas-bearing areas of the second group are characterized by the highest value of hydrocarbon reserve within the boundaries. Within their boundaries are also the largest Dnipro Donetsk depression deposits in terms of reserves. At the same time, with an increase in the values of specific reserves of hydrocarbons within the oil and gas-bearing region, there is a decrease in the content of methane in the atmosphere. Such a dependence is possibly related to the lowest permeability of the rock of the region and the presence within this oil and gas-bearing region of the best local structures within which the maximum localization of hydrocarbons migrating in the Earth's crust occurs. According to the data of measurement of methane content in the atmosphere of Ukraine from the Sentinel-5P satellite, a map of the distribution of methane within the country was complied. The existence of a dependence between the content of methane in the atmosphere and the content of hydrocarbons within the oil and gas-bearing region of Dnipro Donetsk depression has been established. The most productive oil and gas-bearing region of Dnipro Donetsk depression are characterized by a relatively narrow interval of changes in the methane content in the atmosphere. The distribution of methane content within the main tectonic structures of Ukraine is very complex and is probably not related to the specific of their development. This problem needs further research. Based on the conduct research, it can be confidently stated that there is a rather complex relationship between the reserve of hydrocarbons in the lithosphere and the content of methane in the atmosphere. In further studies of the processes of the gassing of the Earth, it is expedient to the study, in addition of the methane, other gases that are part of the gases released by the Earth's surface and which are genetically related to each other, as well as the thermal field and other physical fields. The research of the Earth's degassing processes provide additional data for understanding problems related to climate change, namely the composition of the atmosphere. Thank you for your attention.